Here we go. So let's have a look. I'd like to extend this is from Frank Hensel, the president. I would like to extend my warmest congratulations on behalf of everyone at the club and welcome you to the Young Violets Austria. I keep adding an of in here. I'm going to continue to do so because it sounds better. Young Violets of Austria. We will discuss the club's vision and objectives shortly, but first and foremost, please take some time to read the club's welcome pack. This is a momentous day, and we truly are a sign of great things to come. Reputation is 2 stars. Our media prediction is 8th, and we're currently bottom of the league almost. No director of football, no assistant manager. Founded in 1911. Fierce rivals with SK Rapid Vienna. They've got to be in the top flight, right? We can't click on this for some reason. Okay, Young Violets finished 11th in the first division last season. We are currently 14th. We have the Franz Hall Arena, so we're at home first game, which is good. 17,500 capacity, built in 1925. Excellent training facilities, excellent youth facilities, excellent youth recruitment. This is great news, right? We're in okay financial position. The club enjoyed probably their best spell of success during the 2010s, although they're now enduring a 16-year barren spell. Having not won a competition since 2005, Young Violets still have a history of which they can be justly proud. Young Violets Austria won the Austrian 3rd tier for the only time in 2005 and were runners-up 3 times. Okay, let's move on. A more comprehensive report is being compiled, but for now, here's the coaching staff has provided a summary of the Young Violets of Austria squad of Austria. Okay, we've got Pross, Hammond, Sachs, Schmelzer, Smirka, Bejic, Masterchenko, Heyer, Scheifel, and Ivic, and Koss in goal, number 99. Key player, the top goal scorer, is our left back. I mean, that's never great news. Hot prospect. Okay. Thanks for this, I appreciate it. Key player, Sachs. Okay. You know what? Looking at some of these, they don't look that bad. I thought they were going to be worse than this. I thought we were going to be like scraping the bottom of the barrel, but we look all right. Okay, let's keep going. I don't know what that last piece of news told us. Hold on. Loan obligations. You're on loan with us, right? Okay. From Uruguay. We can discuss potential adjustments in the next few days, but for now, here's the board's long-term vision. We kind of know this. Sign under 23 players. Do not sign players over 30. Develop players using the club's youth system. Play entertaining football. I must have missed that one. That could be a problem. Develop players for the main club. Give playing time to players. Expectations, top half finish. Maintain first division, top half finish from that point onwards. Okay, we can do that. Well, we might be able to do that. Congratulations again. This is maybe the dawn of a new successful era. And schedule a press conference with the media. Yes. Arrange a meeting with the backroom staff every week. Yes, let's do that to begin with. I think there's a new thing around staff meetings. There's also a data hub, but let's have a quick read of this. Data hub is where your analyst will provide you with stats and visualizations of how your team's players are performing. We don't have any analysis. So we maybe need to bring one of those in because this isn't going to tell us nothing. Okay. It's got some more news, so let's read those. Today I've confirmed the appointment of ScottDog at the club. Eyebrows have been raised, we've read that already. Young Violets of Austria players in their last year of their contract. Okay, Maximiliano Sachs is currently under contract. We're going to ignore all of these for the time being. We will come back to them, and I appreciate we're getting towards contract ending time, but we'll come back and have a little look. Playing time expectations for next season. The following players have expectations for playing time ahead of the new season, as agreed by the club's contracts. Okay, we're fine. Season's expectations. The main expectation is to develop players such as Zayad El Shiwi. Oh no, he plays at left back, the same as our current top goal scorer. Okay. First thing that we'll be mainly judging you on. All we expect from you is to avoid relegation. The transfer budget is 0. Okay. Tactical decision required. Tactics express how you want your team to play. Key aspects are outlined below. There are numerous ways you can customize a tactic to your exact requirement. Create a new tactic. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's see what we can do here. What do we want to do? We want to try, without knowing any of our players, and I think that's an important thing that we need to go and look at. We want to try and control possession, I think. We don't want to park the bus. We want to play attacking football, so we aim to control possession, right? Let's choose a formation. What are we thinking here? Again, without knowing our best 11, maybe something like. I do like the idea of a wide centre back. We've never done it before. Here's an interesting one. When you play a wide centre back, do you only play one? I assume both of these would be wide centre backs and they'd head up the pitch. Interesting. Let's go with this. I'm not sure about this, but let's go with this. You know what? No, let's not. Let's go with this. Okay, we get to pick our team. Let's just do that off the bat. Interesting. Okay. Let's move on. We'll come back. Oh, hold on. I thought that was enough, but apparently not. I can now continue. Okay, good. I don't want to go into too much here to figure this out. I want to go and have a look at what our staff have got to say, but we haven't really got any. We've got 2 coaches, which I thought I'd fired. Oh no, this is a different club, right? They didn't give us a chance. We got no scouts. We got 1 physio. So let's have a look at those in a second. We'll go and have a look at our coaches in a minute. Dynamics. Let's have a little look. Team's mental state hadn't seen much change recently. We've got 2 top influencers. Is there a core social group and then the other players down here? Okay. Happiness. Morale is okay. They seem to be generally happy. Morale is not good, obviously, for being near the bottom of the league. Okay. We understand that. Let's go to our analysis report. What are we looking at? Goals and shot attempts. 14 shot attempts isn't enough in however many games we've played. How many games have we played? 6 games. 14 shots doesn't seem like a lot in 6 games, right? Okay. Assistance report. Do you have an idea as to what formation we should be playing? Is there our centre backs look pretty poor. I think that looks like our area to improve, right? Our left back looks incredible. But yes, if we're going to play this right down the centre of the park, we need changes. Okay. It's interesting that our centre backs are so terrible. Okay. So this is interesting because we need a new scout, certainly, right? We need a scout because we can't bring anyone in, really, because we've not got anyone that we could bring in. There's a way of saying only show people who are interested, isn't there? Is that a thing? Unemployed, no. We'll bring in only people out of contract. Pick, and we want to know judging player ability and the like, right? And then we want to bring this down by a fair amount, right? This is interesting. This updates far quicker than it used to. Okay, what have we got going on here? So you're 9 and 9. It's not great, but I think it'll have to do. Adaptability, so you can come and do a job over here, right? Let's approach to sign you. You got any interest? You have £200 a week. Seems like a lot. Let's bring this down a little bit. How does that sound? Okay. Yeah, good. We'll take that. £20 off. Like it. Do we want us? I'm assuming the contract I offered you was just for a scout. Let's also try and bring you in as head scout. How about 250? 250 is a compromise, right? Lovely. Okay, so maybe we'll have a couple of scouts come in. That's good news. Let's just come back to our overview here. So that would be our scouts. We've got one physio. I don't think we need any more of those. I'd like a performance analysis, I guess, because I'd like to know what that is. I'd like an assistant manager. We don't have one, right? We don't have an assistant manager. We've got a goalkeeping coach and we've just got a normal coach. I mean, you look all right. We're definitely lacking in the coaching department, right? Okay, well, fair enough. Okay. Early days here. Early days. We'll stick with what we've got. We'll let these guys come in. Let's come down here and look at our development center. One player on loan. We have no ones to watch. That doesn't feel ideal. Okay. What do we want to look at here? We want to look at, let's start with value. I think that's always a reasonable start. David Mwede. Don't know if that's how you say that. Okay. You don't look fantastic. Let's compare you against our other young fullback. Our other young fullback is considerably better than you at this moment in time. Okay. So we know what we're aiming for there. Okay, that was our under 18s. Let's go back to this. That's all we've got. So I'm a little bit concerned that they're expecting us to bring players in. But you know, they're not looking great. There's not like an assistance view here? I was hoping we might see like potential stars and stuff. Reports. Here we go. Our best young player. One of our best young players. You don't look that bad, actually. Okay. Okay, let's get in and start looking at the squad, shall we? All unregistered. What the heck? Oh, do we have to? Okay, I don't know if we have to register our team or not. Let's have a little look at the news. Suitable captain. I'm going to hold off on this because if I make you captain, I'm worried that... Why are you listed? You're our best player, right? Okay, let's keep going. So we really need to figure out our best way of playing, and I wonder if we go down the normal approach of 4-3-2-1 as our normal way of playing, just to find our feet. We don't want to come in and change too much, right? So we can keep our player as captain, I think, and we'll keep you as vice captain. I don't think we want to be messing around with that too much. Weekly staff meeting. Let's attend. Okay. You believe that Levin Zohandria would make a good vice captain? We can move on. We don't need to know about that. I feel that Smeka would improve if you start knocking the ball past opponents. Okay. Feels like we might as well get you training on that one. Pros would be encouraged to stick to the right side of the pitch. You're attacking midfielder right. Well, I think that's fine. Mester's game will improve and encouraged to start trying to beat the offside trap. Okay, we're okay with this. Weaker foot training, yeah. We're happy for you all to be on weaker foot training. Let's move on. Hold on. Concerned about squad strength. I think it would be wise to pay close attention to sacks in the coming weeks. He feels there's a lack of depth at centre back. Well, we agreed. So remind me in a week. High potential players. I don't think it's unreasonable to suggest that Gindil releases his potential. We're looking at a player who could be better than Kos. Okay. We'll bear that in mind. He does look pretty good. 21-year-old. Okay. Smacker is pretty good. And Pros is looking like he might be even better than Sachs, which is nice. I like that. Okay. What do we do now? Move on. Nothing to do here, right? Scouting and team vacancies. We need some scouts. Well, we're doing that. We don't need to worry about bringing these guys in because we're already looking. Okay, perfect. That was an easy first meeting, right? The language wasn't an issue. Can you imagine how much time that would have taken to convey if the Austrian guys at our club didn't speak English because I don't speak Austrian? Right, okay. Let's continue. We've got loads of players on international duty. Here's the transfer window closing. Oh my God. I didn't realise we were coming in and had 3 days to try and sign people. Okay, we need to try and bring in a centre-back, right? If that's all we can do, then so be it. But we need to try and sign a centre-half. Position centre-back. Under the age of 31. Let's go with that. Okay. We're not going to know anything about these players, right? We don't know anything about any of them. Well, this is bad news. You're wanted. Sometimes who's wanted by people is a good opportunity, right? To see. I mean, you're wanted by a club, not even in the leagues. Okay, how do we do this? How do we find someone who we haven't scouted yet, and we can't scout because we don't have any scouts? This is bad news. Loans. We'll also get those in. Let's edit this and say this. I think is irrelevant, right? Because no one's going to have any. We've got no scouts. How do I get this back to nothing? I don't. God damn it. Okay, how do I remove this? How do I remove this? This is ridiculous. Okay. Centre back. Age. You know what? I'm going to leave it as something like that. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then what if we said overview was international caps, maybe? No one has had international caps. That's bad news. Okay. I was hoping that we could use international caps as a good example of why they might be worth a shout. What about you? I mean, we can't afford you, but maybe you come on loan. How about a loan offer? Yeah, that's not happening, is it? That's not happening. Great. Okay. Anyone want to come to us on a cheeky little loan? We can't really do this, right? We've got no idea what any of these players are like. "17-year-old Austrian centre back. Oh man, this is a real tough one. We just don't know anything about any of these players. You're playing at the team, you know, if you were any good, you'd be playing for the team who are below us in the league, right? I think we just have to move on and hope that we can pull it all together, right? We know we've got crap centre backs, but we're at risk of just signing another crap centre back. Training schedule for the upcoming weeks. I'm not going to mess with that for the time being. We have to just stick with what we know for now. Code of conduct. I think this all seems fine. We don't need to mess with too much to begin with. We're just coming in and you know, you don't want to turn up and mess everything around and then find out that you're rock the boat a bit too much. Okay. Young Austria, so coaching staff, the old limit, the new limit is 2. Why would that be the case? Why would you go from 7 to 2? That seems a little excessive, don't you think? Okay. Okay, our new limit is none for all of these. What are you doing to me? Okay, fine. I guess we won't get a performance analysis in. Training introduction. Let's not worry about that. Okay. Again, I'm sure there's lots of things we'll come back and look at, but I really want to get the ball rolling with some scouting very quickly, and then see if there's anything we can bring in that's going to help us. But I'm assuming we can still sign free transfers, which is what we'd be looking for anyway. So I'm assuming we might be able to find someone who who helps us, but who knows. Okay, attend a press conference. Let's have a look at this. So let's kick off the first press conference. Hi Scott, what are your initial thoughts about taking on the Young Violets of Austria job? I'm very proud and excited keen to see what we can do. You've taken this job without being able to speak German. Won't it be tough to manage this side until you get to grips with the language? I think as much as an issue as some people have you believe. Managing a team like this comes with unique challenges. How do you plan to approach it? I'm very clear about my responsibilities here, and I want to make sure that I'm able to help every single part of the club. You don't have much of a reputation to speak of. Many people have expressed surprise that if you're taking over the Young Violets of Austria job, can a little-known manager such as yourself really run a club like this? I don't believe reputation has a part to play in this. Some might have preferred a more recognisable name, but they've got me, and we'll have to get used to it. I'm here to stay. And now I'm playing catch-up. So let's get to work. Where did it go wrong for the predecessor? I won't disrespect Harold by discussing the time here. Young Violets of Austria parted with Harold as expectations were clearly not being met. Your confidence that you can results can up scratch from the start. I mean, it's going to take time, right? It's clear to me that standards weren't being met for a reason, and I might take a while before the things get closer. There's a number of improvements which you can make very quickly. I don't know what they are yet, but okay. That was the highlight. Me saying I'm proud to be here. Okay, good. And no changes in our relationships with the journalists. I like it's like a dating simulator. Maybe one of these journalists is really going to come in and show how much they appreciate us being here. Okay, the transfer window closes in 2 days. We don't have a single scout to do any scouting with. This is rough. How did they work before this? What I find quite interesting is that I don't have any history, so I don't know any players at all. I guess what I could have done is gone to the players and said, recommend me someone to sign. But if I went to my centre-backs and say, suggest someone to sign, if I was one of those centre-backs, I'd be saying someone worse than me, so I keep my place in the team. All right, we need to go and turn off some of these other leagues as well. Okay, we're up against SKU Amstetten, who are in 11th place. Okay, come on. Interestingly, we've got 4 players on international duty up until here. And when's the next game, I wonder? 10 days, okay. So just to be clear, the game is going very slowly because we've still got 100 leagues turned on at this moment in time. We need to go and turn those off. Let's go and have a look at that in a second. Domestic transfer deadline, it will open again on the 1st. Domestic transfer deadline day is at midnight tonight. Okay, we're going to be involved in transfer deadline day. Before we do anything else, let's come over here and remove some of these leagues for now. We don't need Finland or Denmark. We'll keep these ones in. We don't need Iceland. We probably don't need Republic of Ireland. Scotland we'll keep in because we might be able to get some young players from there. Don't know what point I turned on Israel. Northern Ireland we'll get rid of. Norway we'll get rid of. Sweden we'll get rid of. United States we'll get rid of. We'll keep Switzerland and we'll get rid of Wales for now. So we have sped up the game somewhat. We are playing on large database sizes as well. So, hello? I don't know if that worked. I think it worked. It's not giving me any chance to confirm. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, right. Registration window, confirm registration, squad registration, auto select. You tell me who should be in our squad. What are you doing? Are you on loan somewhere? Or you... Yeah, you're on loan there, right? So we don't want you in it. I'm half tempted to send you to a different squad, but this is our team, right? Maximum 99 players. We'll just go with the first team for the registration. If we sign someone new, we can bring them in, surely. Okay, Your scouting team is responsible for identifying. I mean, this is all well and good, but I don't have a scouting team. So there's a few things we're going to do. We're going to come over to you and say contract renewal handed. Contract renewal has been handled by on behalf of Young. Okay, we're going to let our director of football or one of our directors handle that. I'm going to come over to you and say discuss. Recommend a signing, please. I need a defender, and I was wondering if you had anyone in mind. What sort of role do you want them to play? Star player, an important player. I was looking to bring someone to play alongside you. Unfortunately for you, I'm the manager. And hold on. Are you trying to replace me? No. Why would I do that? I apologize if I spoke out of turn. You haven't helped me at all. This is the opposite of what I was looking for. You haven't even recommended anyone. How does that help me? You idiot. Okay. Goalkeeper. Here we go. You've got to have discussions with who we can sign as a defender. What sort of role do you want them to play? Can you recommend an important first team player? Can't think of anyone. That's not what I was looking for. I'm just going to go and ask Saxy Boy, because he might have a better idea. Where is Sax? Sax is here somewhere. I just can't see him. Right at the top. Saxy? Right. Discuss, advice, recommend signing. Put arm around. Yeah, okay. We need a defender. Important first player. How about Lucas Raff? Thanks for your advice. I'll consider him. So yeah, Saxy. You are completely unemployed. We could just take a gamble, right? What do we know about you? You were playing in the Premier Division up until now. I think we have to take a bit of a gamble, right? What are we going to do other than that? Can we offer you a trial? I mean, I don't think we're going to have him long enough to be able to really get any details. Okay, you're coming in for a trial. I like it. Must respond. Accept. Okay, we'll see if we can learn anything new about him. Okay. You've come in on trial. Can we see anything new about you? You don't look terrible, right? You prefer to be a left back, but we can put you in as a wide centre half. That's interesting. I think we might be signing you. Okay, what was this? A new scout. Accept. Okay, congratulations, you're in. I think we have to take a gamble. Can we compare you with one of our other centre backs? Who is our first choice centre half here? I didn't pick anyone. There we go. Scheifel and Ivic, I think, are our first choice centre halves. Let's go to squad and squad depth. Raf is considerably better than them according to this. Okay, I think we have to, right? I think we have to make a gamble on bringing in a better centre half. Okay, so let's start there. So it's a shout, but let's give it a go. B team regular. Okay. Finalise. Look at improving the coaching team. We're looking strengthening the following it. I'm going to remove this. Midfield. Okay, we'll see what we can do. Finalise promise. Okay, negotiate contract. Holy crap balls. That is not what we wanted to see. Mate, what are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? What is this all about? God damn it. Okay, well, that's not ideal. Place on transfer list. You're already on there, aren't you? Do we want to put these on transfer list? I don't think we do. I don't really want to get rid of people for the time being. I'm gutted that we can't bring in a new centre half. Is our scout here yet? Not yet. Okay, let's continue. We're heading into deadline day. So deadline day, big day in the football calendar, right? We know how important deadline day is for a lot of clubs. However, The issue with deadline day is normally you know about players that you're thinking about signing. You've got something in the books about them and scouted them, and you know they're good things and they're bad things. We're going into it with no knowledge of any players whatsoever. Lucas Raff joined the club on trial. He's just training us for the time being. If we can work something out, it'd be great, but there's no pressure on either side. We're going to have to hope that we can go in. First off, we get our new scout in, right? That's the first thing. That he knows some players, which he does, which is great news. And more importantly, he knows some good players that we can bring in and actually sign. That's the key to us, to this here. Let's come down to scouting. Let's have a look. Okay, 25-year-old winger would be a superb signing, an A-. Flavio. Don't you play in the same position as our buddy Sachs? We don't know enough about you to scout you. But could Sachs then play as a as a central striker? What do we know about you, Flavio? I'm guessing they want money for you, right? Contract offer. Make an offer. They want 14k, which we just don't have, right? How about 0k? We do have a wage budget, but let's negotiate the offer. Percentage of the next sale, 20%. I mean, you're telling us it'd be great. We don't know anything about him. But they are willing to accept 0. Let's say 15%. What do you say? Now you've gone up to 20%. That's the opposite direction. Okay, we'll finalise the offer. I'm not convinced about the Flavio deal. I'm not going to lie. Seems a little far-fetched to me to come in and Flavio just be on the list. Player search. Okay, scouted player search. Quick search. New search. We only want centre-halves, please. That's all we're interested in for the time being. You don't know any centre-halves. God damn it, Scout. How is that a thing? Okay, players. Edit search. We're looking at centre-halves, right? We only want people who are on freebies. Where do I find free people? Transfer, free agent. No. Okay, let's just go into this like this, I think. Let's offer a trial to you. I think this is the only thing we can do is bring some people in on a trial. Problem is, I don't think you're going to be able to come in on a trial because I think you're on international duty. What about this Ghanaian left back down here? Let's offer a trial to you. I think this is the one thing we could have been doing previously is bringing people in on a trial. We'll get you in on a trial. I don't know a lot about you. I don't think you're going to be that good, but we'll get you in. What about a day over here? Have a trial. Okay. You can have a trial as well. I'm going to guess all of these are out of our range as well, but I think that's fine. We can see the wages over here at least. What do we know about you? 19-year-old. You don't look too bad. Let's get you scouted. We don't need to see this. Yes, get you scouted. And we'll offer you a trial. I don't know if they're going to let you come, but we'll offer you a trial. Namandi Collins would be huge. We're never going to be able to afford you, right? Can't get you on loan. Okay, I think that's it. We do need some midfielders as well, really. But I think we start here. Our offer for Flavio has been accepted. Slightly interested. What do you want, Flavio? I mean, I'm only going for it because of this dude saying he thinks he's going to be great. But so are we a B team for someone? I guess we must be, right? That was it was a pleasure doing business with you. Okay. You want $650, we can give you 325. Why is this? Why can we only give 325k? I thought our wage budget looked pretty good, but clearly not. Okay, well, we don't want to, the thing is, we don't want to make huge changes, right? Let's bring this down, let's bring this down, let's bring this down, and then add like a landmark 15 goals. There you go. And 10 assists. How's that sound? No, you're going to walk away. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I guess we do need to ship some people out if we want to make any kind of room here. If we go to contract, is anyone on silly money? Holy crap. You are on ridiculous money. I mean, you're our best player by a long chalk, but you're on such ridiculous cash, right? This is weird. I can't click on that top one. Okay, good. So what's your transfer status? You are currently not set. Do we want to... I mean, we want to keep you, right? You're a lot of money, but we want to keep you. You're really expensive as well. What about you? You're a 20-year-old Macedonian. You signed for an undisclosed fee. Is this our top club? Are we like a babby club for those other guys? How do I tell that? I feel like we might be a babby club for the big boys. And I don't know how I tell that. Overview. Is there... We must be like a general. Is it under here anywhere? Ah, here we go. Senior squad, FK Austria Vienna. Okay, so we're the B team for these, right? Okay. Okay, have you got anyone you don't want that we could have? That's surely where we need to start, right? You got any defenders that you just don't want? Because we'd bite your hands off for a defender or a midfielder right now. Under 18 team? Anyone here who needs some game time? I mean, you don't look great. Yeah, you're not filling me with confidence over here either. Okay, well, that's interesting to know that we've got like a big daddy club, and we're just like the feeder of them. I guess we should have learned that before now. Okay, you're coming in on a trial. Let's see, again, this is the day before, so let's see what we get. We're going to accept these trials because we want to have a look at some of these players and see if any of them are any good. That's our first thing. These are all centre halves. So we're gonna learn a lot about a lot of centre halves, I think, is the key thing here. Okay. Still waiting for our first game. Okay, we're just waiting for this to finish. Again, I don't know if those other leagues were excluded from it. Again, there's a lot going on as well, I guess, because of transfer deadline day across the globe, right? Ibrahimovic going to PSG. What the hell? Don't they have enough? You'd think that PSG have enough, right? Okay, these guys have all come in, so let's go and take a look at those. Deadline day transfer, deadline day passes. Interesting that we didn't get time to take part in any of the transfer deadline day. I assumed we were going to get some like fun graphics and stuff. That was one of the big changes in the game, but obviously we didn't get the opportunity for that. All players not registered in time will be eligible until next registration window. When's that? Well, I think we're going into this with what we've got, everybody. Let's have a little look at some of these players. I mean, you don't look fantastic. Your marking looks good. Your heading looks terrible. Don't look like you're going to be amazing, although we'll keep an eye on you. What about you? Tackling, terrible. You look like you've all got problems here. None of you look like you're particularly great centre-halves. Which I guess is why you're free. Okay, so this is interesting. What we'll do is we'll see how these go. Let's go scouting, and let's say assignments. We want to give you an assignment. I currently know. How do I say I want you to go and search for these things, or don't I do that anymore? Is that handled by somebody else? Scouting budget is 15k. That's fine. One member of the recruitment team. That's fine as well. General age 15 to 50. So our general focus should be like a centre back, right? Duration 1 month. Priority high. Okay. We obviously want them to be max potential, but okay, that's your focus, buddy. Get out there and have a look. Short-term focus we've got. Let's go midfielder as well. I think that's fine. We'll just get you out there focusing on getting us some players. There was another scout who was potentially coming in, right? Transfer deadline days passed. Must respond with a squad registration. Well, we can't make any changes to that, I don't think. So let's just get started. Well, what we know is that we have no changes to make whatsoever for our team. This is the team that we go with. We might be able to bring in some freebies, I assume, but you know that's all a little bit irrelevant. Our next game is coming up. 6 trials coming to an end in a week or so, but I think we just march on. We're not going to do anything different with the training for now, although we might come and shout at you for putting in rubbish training performances. We can't do that. Okay. We may come and praise you for putting in a good... no, we can't do that either. I don't think. Not anymore. Okay, fine. I don't think we can do that. And... no, we can't. Okay, fine. We can't injure people for putting in rubbish training. Maybe that's just a thing for now. Okay. So you're a new scout, so that's going to help us a little bit more, right, with our scouting stuff. So we definitely need to get some scouting underway and get that up and running because that's pretty key to all of what we're doing. So the way I usually play Football Manager is I usually just let my scouts do their thing, and eventually you find a gem, right? I often go and do who are all the freebies, let's get all those people scouted, that sort of stuff. But I feel like this time around more than ever, you really need to focus your scouting because it's so important. I think you really need to focus what you're looking at. There is a centre back down here. Transfer value, nothing. You're a 19-year-old. And you know what? You don't look too bad. Could we offer a trial? I'm guessing this won't work, but let's try it. Let's also... would be a superb signing in the future. How do we... let's keep you scouting, I guess. We'll pick a player individually. And because you're already on the list, maybe we'll do okay. So down here, where was the player we just came and clicked on? That was you, right? You're an A-. would be a superb signing. So that's interesting. We'll see how that goes. But I'm guessing we can only really bring in new players without a club. You know, these guys are the only ones we can bring in, and they're not looking great. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, hold on. Do we need to go to scouting and assignments? You're scouting our next opposition. You've got no current assignment. So we've got some news coming in down here of people that we've been scouting. I'd like to state the availability of my client as he's approaching the end of his contract. Well, that's nice for him. We'll acknowledge this one. 33-year-old, I don't think we want one of those. A 35-year-old would be superb signing. Holy crap, look at him. He's also going to want ridiculous money, right? Finalize promise. Negotiate. 1.1k. Yeah, we need to do something about our scouts over here. Let's fully scout you. You're a 19-year-old. We're already scouting you. We know. Okay. So how do I get the scouts to go and do stuff? Progress remaining on hold. Why is that? I wonder. Oh, because you're looking to go out and do stuff. How do I add assignments over here? Scouting responsibility is you. So what if I take control? Okay, so that's you. How do I give you a new assignment? Create a new assignment. Here we go. We want a centre back, please. I think we've already got people doing this, but we want a centre back. We don't really care anything more than he just needs to be a centre back. And he needs to be 3. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's just say go and scout people, right? There you go. Get out there and scout people. And we also want a central midfielder. Don't care about anything else. And then let's say we want a hot prospect. Fits any formation. We don't care too much about that. Any position. Under 18s in Austria. Let's do it. Okay, we're off and we're running with some scouting. I like it. Good. We might even play a game at some point. We haven't got these other jobs. We've got this new guy coming in on trial. That's interesting. I just assumed we wouldn't be allowed to have him, but that's nice. So we can do a little bit of scouting on him while he's not doing anything. And we're coming up to our first game. Holy crap. It's taken us long enough. We've been going for 2 hours now. And he's only now just got here to, a week away from our first game. Okay, you've come on trial. Do we know anything more about you just yet? It doesn't look like it. Could improve a lot in the future. Good in the air. Considered a smart player. Has work to do in improving his first touch. Selfish. Currently operating at a regional division level. But what does that say about the rest of our players? Surely they're all doing that. Do we know what these white stars mean? Interesting. Okay. So you've put in another crappy. You put in another crappy training performance. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Our inbox and move on. We're not going to do too much with tactics. What we're trying to do is just train a normal formation first. And then when we see our players play, we'll start to pinpoint where we think we've got weaknesses. We know our centre-halves are rubbish. And I'm tempted, knowing that our centre-halves are rubbish, is to play a second defensive midfielder. And really, have 2 players down here doing a job for us. But I'm not sure that's the way forward. So I think we'll stick with this for now. Let's have a little look at our tactics. We know that we want to play out of defence. I'm not sure how simple that's going to be with our players. We'll go and have a look at some of that stuff in a minute. We want to keep our passes shorter. We want to keep the tempo low. We want to keep hold of the ball. And we want to try and work our way into the box with the ball. We want to take short free kicks. We want to distribute to our centre-backs. Again, we'll have a look at that, because I wouldn't be surprised if distributing to the full-backs is a better option based on how crappy our centre-backs actually are. And out of possession, We are playing a high line. We're trying to shorten the pitch and keep the ball. We're trying to prevent short goal kicks, so they have to kick the ball back to us. So we've got a high line of engagement, a high line of defence. We could find that there's big gaps in behind us, but that's where we are. Let's have a little look at our centre halves, because I'm a little bit worried about them. Passing isn't great, composure isn't great, speed isn't too bad. That's good news, right? And what about you? Passing again isn't great. Composure up here, terrible. Pace is also terrible, but again, we don't really have a lot of choice. So we're going to stick with what we do. We could change it up entirely and lump the ball forward, but this is the way that I normally play. We want to hold on to the ball, we want to dictate the game, and then hopefully we can create a chance. But we are going to leave gaps at the back, and if they are exploited early on, then we'll think about what we can change to bring this back. What we do know is that our defence is lacking, so we're probably better off attacking than we are defending, right? Because the more we allow them to come onto us, we're not going to be able to defend. Okay, they're playing a very narrow formation. Okay, they're playing a very, very narrow formation. Hopefully, with our wingers, we can take advantage of that. That's what we need to hope for. You know what we haven't done? We haven't had a team meeting. Now, my problem with a team meeting is that they can be real ropey. They can be real tough if you do a team meeting, right? There's been a slight improvement, a generally improving positioning during matches, slight improvements of their vision and reactions to events unfolding while playing. Not great about the form. There are many contrasting personalities throughout the club. Your reputation is low, very poor. We're going to hold off a team meeting. We'll see how the first game goes, and then we may have a team meeting. We've got some players coming back from internationals. We've got no one. We've got no one at the. No one in the physio room, which is good. Shouldn't be taking penalties. Fine, you're out of there. Should be taking free kicks. We'll schedule this afterwards. Matteo Meisel would improve if he started knocking the ball past opponents. We can do that. Would be better if he spent some time on his weaker foot. Everyone's working on their weaker foot at this moment in time. And then we can put some people on the transfer list. The wage bill problem, we'll come back to that. We know that we've got a wage bill problem, but we want to find out what we want to do is we want to find out the formation we want to play, and then we want to find out the way we'll deal with that, and who's going to stay and who's going to go. Okay, move on. Scouting, we've got some scouts. We don't need to worry about scouts for now. We've got a couple. That's enough for us. Adjust takers. We want Maxi Boy. I mean, none of these are any good. Telling me to put him on it. He's not great, is he? Corners. Let's put you on both of them. Fine. Not that you're great at either of them. Let's also put you on them, just so we've got the either way we've got people playing them, and we'll have out swingers and in swingers. Okay, we're not going to do anything with our set piece tactics or anything for the time being. Free kicks. No one can take a free kick either. So let's just put you on both of these. Throw-ins. I don't think we need to worry about it. Whoever's nearest the ball can take the throw-ins. Is my feeling on the throw-ins. You don't want to wait for the throw-in taker to come along when there's a chance to counter with a throw-in, right? To spring some kind of offside trap and get the players in behind, because we're waiting for the fullback to run down the pitch to take the throw. But we will have a look at getting people set up for sort of set pieces and defensive wise, because one of the things I know about this game, often you commit too many men forward. Match preparation, we're getting there. It's slow progress. We should probably look at how our father club is playing and then work backwards from there, right? We should probably look at it and say who should we play and how should we play, and then bring them back to that. Okay, Austria stroll to success. The 4-0 win, nice. 2 games away from our first 2 days away from our first game. We're getting there with this. This is going to be a tough one for us, I think. This is not ideal. Tight calf, 1 to 2 days. Okay. There goes our centre half. Okay. We're going to learn a lot tomorrow, I think. Make our managerial debut. We take on Amstetten. Have home advantage, gives them the edge, which would be a close encounter, according to the Athletic. The Young Violets are on a run of 6 games without a win and find themselves in 14th place. Expect to spend most of the season in the lower reaches of the table, and their early season struggles they've left with work to do. In the last match, Foreman's side are currently in the 11th in the first division, 5 points from 6 matches, yet to win away. Well, that might change. Looking to a win. Okay, so we know what we're doing. Frank questions struggling, or not Frank questions struggling Violets. Of his concerns regarding the first team's poor or the team's poor performances. Frank did, however, express his support for manager ScottDog, claiming he's the right person to arrest the slump. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. We've our first choice centre half is most likely out of this game, which is not great news. Okay, here we go. Here we go, everybody. We've got a tactic that we haven't really worked on. Next up, we're playing second in the league. Our tactic is slowly becoming more. We're becoming more accustomed to. But one thing we haven't really done is made sure our players fit into it. But I just want to put it out there and see if we've got a team that looks like they can play a holding passing game. If not, we're going to need to do something different. Okay, they want us to make 5 changes to the team. Let's do it for now. You want to make 1 extra change, fine, whatever. Opposition instructions would be far dangerously left, showing him onto his weaker foot. I'm happy to take their balance. They want us to go from balanced to cautious. I don't want to do that. Regroup after losing possession. I'm more than happy with that. I would recommend you look at increasing our defend duties to somewhere in the region of 5 and 6 to have a most sensible approach. No, we're not using cautious, so we don't care about this. Adjust instructions. The current tactical instructions change significantly from the original control possession. If we want to return to the original style, I suggest we distribute to centre backs. No, we don't want to do that. Thanks very much. Okay. So you've gone in and picked these players. We're going to come back and quick pick and just see if that makes any changes. So what we got going on here, we've got Marchenko. We're now playing as a winger. That's interesting because I don't think you're that amazing as a winger, right? Why would we not be playing you as a fullback? And then we want a new winger in here. And that was Hammond, right? I think Hammond's coming in. Better at crossing, better at dribbling. First touch is all right. Finishing isn't great. Let's just have a quick look at our other options there if we have any. Or you're the youngster, right? Or a youngster. No, you're 24 and you're not very good. Okay, chances are you're going, especially if you're on £775 a week. Okay, again, my concern about all of this is you spend too much money bringing people in and you upheaval and get people out. My worry is that you just lose any kind of team cohesion, and then you're in trouble. So we know that we're weak at the back. We know we're weak through the middle of the pitch, which is why we're playing our defensive midfielder. We've got our best left back in again. You are short of fitness. Let's just make sure I don't think we've got other centre halves really. Let's have a look here. Let's get you off the pitch and get you on the bench because we might need you. We may well need you as a centre back, but we're going to start with you and see how we get on. Okay, we'll give you a game. Hopefully you don't get worse. This shows us where we're sort of short of the ball, I think, from what I remember. Enable tactical depth analysis to decide on how players work together. So we're not looking great up top here, but I think we're good. Are you our best striker? Because if you are, we've got problems. You are absolutely woeful. Have we got a better striker here? Not fantastic, but better. I didn't realise striking was such an issue. What about you? You're our man, right? I think you're our man. What about you, Abdi? You know what? Looking at this, we've got striking issues. No wonder we haven't scored any goals. What about you down here? Still not great. Better physically. What do we do here? Because you are pretty dire. Physically, you're probably the best we've got, though, right? But this worries me a lot. You know, you're terrible. That worries me a lot. The fact that you are terrible. You have got 2 assists. I guess we start the game with you up top, right? Let's just try and sort out this bench. I've got 2 left backs on the bench. Good. No midfielders, which is a bit disappointing. Yeah, I don't know where we go from here. It's not looking great, is it? Okay, I'm going to put you on the bench. Okay, we're going with it. We're not going to change it too much. Yeah, we know we've got some with some tired players, but we're not going to change it too much. We need to auto number some people. There you go. Congratulations. Okay, 6 players. They lack the tactical familiarity. That's fair enough. You're happy with it. Team instruction work ball into box doesn't suit his passing. That's fair enough. Opposition instructions. We're showing some people around. Okay, let's go to the match. Here we go, everybody. Our first game in charge. It could be a pretty horrific one. Okay. Let's have a look. I predict a victory. Okay, good. Okay, dressing room. We're in. This I find weird, right? Our team goes up over here and then our subs are over here. Why wouldn't we try and just fit them all in this side? Okay, hands on hips facing team. I like that. It's like authoritative, right? I'm in charge. It's time to put this ball run to an end. Go out there and make it count. There we go. That's all we needed, right? What is happening with the graphics? They're very blurry. There's something weird going on. Hold on. Oh, that's really loud. What is happening with the graphics here? Is there something I'm missing? We look all right like this. They're still very blurry. We'll have to come and revisit this. I don't know why. Is there a better camera angle here? Oh my lord. Yeah, it's a bit blurry. We'll come back. I'll have a look at the settings after this. We'll have a little look. Okay, here we go. You know what? I think I preferred the TV one if I'm not on that. Oh, I am. Camera height. Can we bring it down a bit? Camera zoom. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. This will do us. I mean, we can't see everything, but this will do us. It's like watching the football, right? We'll go with that. You have to let me know how you feel about the camera. Okay, 2 minutes in, and they have the ball, and they're playing it over the top. And our defender has missed it. That's because he's tight calf. There's literally no one here. Someone's going to have to go in that stand and get that ball back. Okay, that's not a great start, boys. Okay, we've made it into the first 10 minutes. All of our dangers come down the right-hand side. We've not had the ball at all. We're not really picking up people either. That's bad news. That is bad news. Okay, no one picked him up. He just peeled off from the touchline and headed into that far post. Our 2 men on the post did very little to try and get anywhere near it. Can we make it count? Can we come back? Meister gets nowhere near it. Come on, boys. Hoyer is there. Hoyer is there. Let's try and play over top. Their player doesn't miss the header, obviously. And here they come. This is shaping up to be a big task. I didn't realise how bad we were up top. We didn't look that... Scheifele still can't win a header. I didn't think we looked that bad when I looked at the squad depth. Maybe because our defenders look so bad, I didn't see how bad our striker was. Here we go. We're trying to hold on to the ball. Hammond getting down the byline. Does get a cross in. Mister is there. Get in. Great header. Not bad for someone who can't header. Nice. Hammond did well down the line. I like that. We're back on terms. That was terrible defending down that far side though. And the ball almost went out of play. Gets to the byline. And heads in at the far post. Like it. Let me just move myself a little bit so I'm out of the way of the actual scores and stuff for the players, so you can see those. Okay, again, not fantastic. Bearing in mind we want the possession, we've got 64% of it, but we haven't done anything with it. Lots of stuff coming through the middle of our pitch as well. That's a concern. We have made it to half time. Good work, boys. Dressing room. Outstretched arms. You're controlling possession so far. That's what we want. Good work, boys. I like that a lot. Okay, start second half. Keep controlling possession. That's what we want. They can't score if we have the ball. That's the key, right? That's the key to football. That's not true. We could put it in our own net, but you know what I mean. Okay, come on, boys. Let's not concede straight away. Well done, Sacks. Unlucky, buddy. I like it, though. Fighting for the ball. That's good. That is good. So the question is, do we go... Oh, no, we've given that away. It's 2-on-2 at the back, and we know that Schiffer can't defend. Schifferel can't defend. They're in. They're saved by the keeper, and we should be dealing with that. I think we are going to have to make this change at the back as well. Just because we don't want to make that injury worse. I was going to say, do we want to go more attacking? And the answer to that is possibly. We maybe want to bring on or push ourselves a little bit while we've got the ball, or while we had the ball. But they certainly look more dangerous than us. Come on, boys. Okay, I think we're going to make that change at the back here. I don't think we've got any choice. And I think we are going to be a little bit more positive while we've got the ball. Oh, hello. How did this happen? There you go, it's a knock. Okay, we can handle that. Let's give it a shout. Let's encourage the entire team. Okay, come on, boys. Sacks with the corner. Might be our best way to get into these. We sure there wasn't a penalty there? Ooh, we had a shot. Nice. Okay, their throw. 10 minutes or so to go. Let's not concede here, boys. Let's not concede here. I mean, I haven't seen enough. I haven't seen enough from us to know that we're in a good place. Mikado, thank you so much for the follow. I very much appreciate it, buddy. We are somewhat hanging in here. This is our first game in charge. Oh, he's just peeled off our player. That is terrible news. Come on, VAR. Get in there and tell us that was offside. Phew. Do we have VAR in Austria? I don't know. That was lucky. We didn't get to see the replay, but I was just praying that it was offside. 10 minutes to go. Come on. Our best player is on the ball, looking for our other best player in Sacks. Doesn't find him. That was the opposite of keeping possession, you'll have noticed. The long ball down the field. What is he doing? And was his name Dimberger? I feel like we need to change something here. This is not going as we hoped. They've got so much of the ball. They're in again. Good save by the keeper. We definitely need to change something. Let's go back to being cautious. Let's bring the width in a little bit, and let's make the passing a little bit more standard. I'm going to remove the work into the box, and I'm also going to remove the play out of defence. And we'll just try and, for the last 5 minutes, hopefully we can hit them on the counter, because we're doing nothing with the ball at the moment. There's a massive gap in our defence. Holy crap. What was that all about? Just a huge gap for him to run into. We're playing a defensive midfielder. Oh, unlucky. We're going to pick this up. It's interesting that moment there, what we just saw in previous Football Managers, that player would have run the ball off the pitch. Come on, guys. Sacks with the corner. Oh, we don't get there. Oh, what is he doing out there all by himself? This is what I was saying about defence and set-piece defence. We need to probably switch it up a bit. I'm going to shout focus and hope it's not too late. Come on, boys. Hang on in there. Oh, no. Oh, my Lord. Last minute. I mean, a point in our first game at home. Oh, boy. He's me and my big mouth. A point in our first game at home would be good. However, we have been terrible. We have a lot of... We've had a lot of possession and we've done absolutely nothing with it. I need to also figure out why this is so blurry. What is happening? Come on, boys. Last 10 seconds. I don't think we've created anything in this half, pretty much. There's Hammond losing the ball. They're in on us again. This is us playing cautiously. They've just run round our defence. Holy crap. Oh, my Lord. Why are we so terrible? I don't think holding onto the ball is our tactic, right? We're not good enough for it. We need to reevaluate. But there's a long ball down the wing. We'll take that. We'll take a point. We'll take a point at home. I mean, it's not exactly what we wanted, but we will absolutely take it. So we only made the one sub. Mester got the top performance for us with the goal. They were better than us in most areas. However, they had 17 shots to our 10. The expected goals, they were expected to score, almost half a goal more than us. But possession, we had a lot of it without doing a single thing. So that's encouraging and disappointing at the same time. Good work. We weren't our best, but we got the result. I'm just trying to get the morale boosted a little bit in and around the club. See if we can improve.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching ScottDogGaming. Don't forget to follow on Twitch and Twitter, and head over to YouTube for daily content. See you again soon.